host, Demonic Redemption, here with a part 2 rant, or issue concerning Recolors. Now granted, I'm not here to bash on Recolors because I was there myself once. I took a fan-based story arc which was inspired by Invasion, made some minor changes like the main characters having nanomachines and Zimeon, the main character, being a bounty hunter, having a bounty hunter for a partner, and I wanted to submit that. Boy, that would have been idiotic. Because it was basically just the same story. An alien nearly destroys his home planet, gets exiled to Earth and tries to take it over, thinking that, well, that's his mission. So after making some changes through some influences of Halo and figuring out what I could and couldn't use that was similar to the Invader Zim series, I managed to create something different that I'm happy with. And basically, which leads me into the problem. The issue with Sonic Recolors being plagiarism and copyright infringement, that is true if they try to submit it to like an animation studio, say like at Bloodshot the Hedgehog or Blitz, wanted to submit those series, want to have those series submitted to an animation studio like ADV or I don't know, maybe Nick or Disney or 4Kids, and they tried to pass those off as their own, they'd either get arrested or chewed out for using those frames from Sonic X or the Sonic video games. It wouldn't end well. Now the only way a Sonic Recolor in a published environment or a publication of any kind can be accepted is if you signed on to create a Sonic comic book series, or a series based off of Sonic the Hedgehog. And in this series, like if you made a deal with Sega to create a series of your own concerning Sonic the Hedgehog, and in that series you wanted to introduce some fan characters that you created, like Sonic Recolors, that is the only way that would be accepted. How do I know this? Well, I have no further to look than Marvel. I mean, they have a Red Hulk, they have a Grey Hulk, which is the original Hulk, by the way, and Captain Universe Hulk, which is the Blue Hulk. And of course, you have Carnage, which is virtually a red Venom. And, of course, you have Carnage's offspring, which is like green, yellow, I forget their names from the Separation Anxiety series. But yeah, that's the only way a Recolor can be accepted as non-copyright, or not copyright infringement. Other than that, you're just ripping off other people's work. It's that simple. Now for my issue concerning my series, Radical Crusade. Now mind you, as I explained in the credits of the first run, it's an original series. You see, after doing some research on Sonic, I became inspired to create a separate original series. And I thought to myself, how can I make a series about an anthropomorphic hedgehog, yet have it be different from the Sonic series? And I also remembered some influences I took from Ferngully. And I thought, why not? I'll give it a shot. A story of an anthropomorphic hedgehog having to save his home forest from an evil spirit of sorts. But then I thought, how can I make this character different from Sonic? Well, one, I wasn't sure whether or not Sonic was born with his super speed. So, not leaving that to chance, I just made it to where Rad didn't have super speed to begin with. Or rather, he was enchanted with it. And again, I used some influences from my childhood interest in rollerblading and fire and lightning manipulators. As, and swordplay. Because whereas in Sonic and the Black Knight, that'll be the only time Sonic will ever wield a sword, I figured I'd use that to my advantage and have it to where one of Rad's main weapons is a sword, along with his manipulation of fire. So, after that, I couldn't decide between the names Rad or Spike, so I decided to create another character and name him Spike. And, that's how that got started. But ever since these whole Recolor rants, I thought, would what I'm doing fall in the line of that? Which is why I started this, because as much as I'd like to get this series up and off the ground and into the market, I don't want to be ridiculed for creating a Sonic ripoff. That's the last thing I want. Especially with all the hard work I put into making Rad and Spike different from Sonic. Similar in some ways, meaning they have super speed, but I got rid of Chaos Emeralds. Oh, and Power Rings. Although there is the issue of the super form, and with them being enabled or having their powers given to them via enchantment, maybe I could use that instead of just something similar to Chaos Emeralds, which is what I don't want to do. So yeah, you can see my concern. Also, again, we have characters like Shade and Todd, who were influenced by Shadow, Mephiles the Dark, and Tails. And there's the issue with them and how they fit in the originality department. But, yeah.